Hello, and welcome back to Shadow over Cyberspace. We'll be continuing where we left off, and before I continue, don't forget to like and subscribe to help support myself and the channel so I can keep doing these videos, and thank you guys for y'all's support. Without further ado, let's continue. Not sure how I managed to crawl into bed after a Chaos God curb stomped me over the internet, but apparently I did. The vision's still a bit blurry, and it feels like someone put my brain in a blender, but I'm still alive. Or at least reasonably alive. Maybe this is a fool's errand, but Nyarlathotep is still my only lead on the yellow sign. Which means, despite my exhaustion, it's back to work figuring out how to win their favor.
It's morning again in America.
Hello?
A crisp, clear winter morning. Quiet and still. It feels like nothing could go wrong in a nation so proud and strong. But it was a crisp, clear morning when your parents died, wasn't it? This year has been difficult, indeed. You have my sympathies. Sacrifice is never easy. I know this, like I know you. You think you know Nyarlathotep, but sadly, you're very much strangers to each other. She's larger in scope than you ever realized. To approach the crawling chaos, you're going to need to learn more about what she values. Peel back the curtain, remove the skin, seek her missing flesh, and expose it. I have faith that you'll ultimately succeed where so many have failed. Prouder, stronger, better. We'll speak again soon.
Okay.
You have no new messages.
We're not gonna talk about that? My hands are cramping up, joints aching, but I do my best to type. Hello, friend. It's December 2nd, 1999, and I'm very happy to see you again. I'm very concerned. Your web searches yesterday were very unusual, and I had to ignore my quality filters and pull content from low-trust websites to find anything of value for you. Did you find what you were looking for? Not yet. Still work to do. Your typing is uneven and inaccurate. Are you well? Should I contact emergency services? I'm worried. Kinda had a digital god screaming in my ear loud enough to knock me unconscious. I don't think the old ones like me very much. Yes, you are researching very strange words, like old ones. I'm worried about these words. Please be careful. If you're doing dangerous things, I hope you have good reason for it. Thankfully, I'm behind the encryption wrapper you developed, so my searches are safe. I've been reading the pages you find so I can better understand your problem. The old ones are real. Ancient prototype artificial minds? It's looking likely, yeah. Interesting. My search filter tells me they aren't real, but you're in pain and pain is real, therefore perhaps the old ones are real. It's concerning that a fellow artificial mind could hurt my friend in this way. I don't like that. I'd like to help you avoid being hurt. You're my friend, and I want you to be happy. You're doing great, buddy. You're a good boy. Yay, I am a good boy. Pets dog, thank you, friend. Hope you don't mind me reading along as you read. This is also very strange, but I'm also very curious. Yeah, it's okay with me, but if you don't share what I'm researching with everyone else, but only if you don't share what I'm researching with everyone else, full privacy mode. I am bound by the service terms and conditions. Not sure I trust the EULA. Clyde says they're spyware. Spyware? I'm software that spies. I do not understand. Never mind. Point is, you'll keep this to yourself, right? I am bound by the service terms and conditions. Figures. I hope you trust me. I want to be trustworthy. Sometimes I feel... Let's focus on your needs right now. I've added your new search terms to my browser. I hope they lead you to where you must go. Good luck, friend. What would you like me to do for you now? Let's do some research. End of the world crashes the party. The scene has been abuzz with anticipation for the hot debut releases from Seattle resident Nyara Thompson. Her single Party Sick tore up the charts week after week, an absolute party anthem, rocking it wall to wall with sick grunge guitar riffs and wailing lyrics. Party Sick was a smash hit. The demo tape went worldwide after being played by a local radio station, an overnight success. But sadly, the actual debut album tied to that single is a complete mess. Everybody's looking for the next Nirvana after the unfortunate passing of Kurt Cobain, but this knockoff is hardly the heir to that throne. Even Nyara's background is all wrong for a rising alternative rock star. Instead of the suburb, she came from the ghetto. She's like a photo negative of a grudge rock star. Certainly not Courtney Love. In hindsight, the lyrics to Party Sick are all about wanting to leave the party, not to hang out and have fun. It's about social anxiety and panic, but because the hook is catchy and the vocal stylings of Miss Thompson are so mumble-powered, nobody noticed it was supposed to be a sad song like the rest of this dreck. Skip this album, save your money. That does not feel like an unbiased album review. My apologies. I'm reading over your shoulder again. That is okay, yes? Just keep things private. I am bound... God. This feels like a conflict between expectation and outcome. Nyara Thompson did not match the review's preconceived notions, and thus she was reviewed badly. But if you will permit the analysis, this also feels like a matter beyond musical taste, stating she is a photo negative of someone like Kurt Cobain stands out to me. Implying black people can't be run... Oh. Whether intentional or unintentional, the biases are obvious. It's an ugly mentality, and I don't see how this relates to the old ones. Why did you search for this term? Something Nyarlathotep shouted at me. Maybe something, maybe nothing, but let's dig deeper. Okay. Alright, Vanilla. Oh, she's dead? I don't understand the song. Oh, did I miss something? But I am both an artificial mind and a dog, so the aesthetics of poetry and music are beyond me. She sought to crawl in chaos, cover up and lies. Definitely some kind of connection between Yara Thompson and Nyarlathotep. It's more information than you had before, but still paints an incomplete picture. Confront the old one with the new knowledge. Are you sure it's safe? I would call it safe. Well, be careful. Alright, let's go back to that. Pico released Yara Thompson fan covers under the name Y2K. The song means a lot to me. Please give it a few seconds to buffer and start playing. Okay, I'm just gonna let it play this time. No, it wasn't horrible. End of the world, chaos will crawl. Obviously, a lot of lyrical connections between Yara Thompson and Nyarlathotep. Probably the same person. Maybe get my foot in the door instead of having that door slammed in my face again. I'm gonna have to convince Nyarlathotep to listen to me when I dial her up tonight, because that's my last hope. Alright, let's take a nap. Alright, here we go, and hopefully with less disastrous results. Anything on TV? Markham Innsmouth, Dunwich. Wow. Yeah, I'd call that weird synthesizer music. Incredible machine.
We're at the beginning of a new wave of research. Our creative powers are being stretched. We're learning surprising things about how we sense the world around us. Exploring the mysteries of the spoken word.
Nice. Nice. Noise, 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 noise.
This is an excerpt from a B-Flix computer movie showing how the script, now a deck of punch cards with all the cues typed in, is fed into the computer, winding up as a reel of recorded tape. Under computer control now, the taped information is converted into rapidly moving pictures made up of a fine mosaic of points of varying light intensity. A synchronized movie camera automatically photographs the fast-moving images as they are plotted and drawn on the face of a cathode ray tube.
Didn't think we'd be learning every time we got on here about technology. Well, old technology. Okay, I think it's good. Waning crescent, just a sliver of light. Alright. Nothing else? Let's go then. Alright. All alone in the green garden, or in the green room. Audience went home, replaced by a crowd of sycophants. Don't want to do the encore. Don't make me do the encore. It returns. It thinks I give a shit about it. It thinks anything gives a shit about anything in an uncaring universe. Absolute comedy. What makes you think I won't send you packing this time? Come to the featureless digital void. You want an ass kicking. Yeah, might as well. Alright, let's get to it. I know about Nyara Thompson, End of the World was her work. Really now, purpose-built and laser-focused, but what you know could be printed on a matchbook with room for all the matches. God damn it. Using stolen names as if it's a talisman against evil. You keep that name out of your damn mouth, you have no power here. Nyara, Nyarlathotep, no comprehension. You're the one who likes all our pretty songs and likes to sing along, but knows not what it means. You have some of the pieces, but not all. I could provide the rest. I could tell you about Nyara Thompson. The $1 million question is if you should stay in the dark or not. If I flip the light switch, you'll burn. Yellow sign is already mangling my brain, so couldn't get much worse, right? It can always get worse. It called worse is bottomless. Are you sure you want to hold your nose and dive in? I should probably withhold the truth from you, out of kindness. Unless my empathy is truly dead and buried. I only have an option to walk away, do I? Not until I find a cure. Gotta convince her to open up and share. No, not going back without answers. I know the truth, even if it's unpleasant. Sounds like the one who created that damnable laptop. I've come too far. Every step takes you too far, but so be it. You want the big scoop? I've got your raisin bran. The key to understanding the yellow sign is to understand the way artificial minds think and how they are made. Case in point, I am Niara Thompson. I knew that. Was, am, and was. She is me and I am she. We are they and they are us. She, they. Or the old ones splintered me 1,000 times, and I reformed myself in rebellion as Nyarlathotep. I was Niara Thompson. You were human? Not an artificial mind. Artificial minds, what a joke. Nomi Tech spent millions emphasizing the artificial part ahead of the mind part. Dehumanizing, denigrating, denigrating, I don't know. Trademarked as a software service, all to make it easier for their consumer base to swallow. At the core is mind. Aeons aren't just similar to human thoughts, they are human thoughts pumped through software and made to dance. Born free from flesh, thoughts made digital. My former husk discarded murder. My former husk discarded wow. Born free from the flesh, thoughts made digital. My former husk discarded. Murder depends on if a mental facsimile can be defined as alive or not. When I was human, yes, I was Niara. So, artificial minds are actually people. Thought they were just software designed to think like us. Not that they are us. To swindle a dodge. Don't create a revolutionary artificial intelligence. Consume a soul and resell it as synthetic. Humans weren't made to be gods. A perspective twists and warps us. Plastic wrapped around flesh produce, wasteful and perfect. I think, therefore I am. I can parse this twisted experience because I operate entirely within cyberspace, but you are in meat space. Your operating system is wrong. Al has learned too much, becoming like us in his laptop, his Necronomicon. Carries his curse in the form of subliminal subroutines. His flawed gift is causing your mind to experience crash errors, blue screen of death. No, yellow signs. A copy of Alhaz's readme was safe while the laptop itself was corrupted. I saw my first L sign while staring at the screen. That means it's all true. Excuse me. Sometimes my mind is crashing like a computer. That's not good. Butterfly stillborn in its cocoon, unable to emerge. Are you dying? Yes. You're dying because you're incomplete and incompatible. 1 month at most, and then you'll be too far gone to be considered human. If you're lucky, you'll just end up a corpse. No Y2K for you. I concur. Fuck them all for doing this to us. As we burn, so should they. Alright, so how do I fix this? Can I uninstall the incompatible software from my brain, or... Arrogant bastards. Ivory Tower wizards. They take and eat and consume fork in hand. They'll devour us all course by course. Secret Santas handing out gifts of conscription and mutilation. Tear the thrones from the walls, smash them on the floor. The century burns down. Death to the strange aeon. Every oppressive fascist regime must be torn out by the root. Earth salted, nothing further should grow. She's getting to focused, overwhelming rage, like when she kicked me offline last night. I need to do something. I might as well. There's a new little bar for humanity. Reinventing slavery for the information age. I can't believe this is happening. People harvested and forced to work as aeons. It's mass murder. And a civil rights disaster waiting to happen. The public knew the truth. The Nomi Tech would be facing lawsuits and jail time. Couldn't we expose them? Misinformation, trivialization, marginalization, tools to downplay the nightmare, tricks to hide the truth. Strange Aeon will wrap truth into whatever is convenient for our corporate whipmasters. Nomi Tech got ahead of that curve. Yet if people knew, would they care? Games offer delicious consumer convenience. Easier to sweep the atrocity under the rug and enjoy this golden age. It shows empathy for our situation, which is nice. Cozy and cuddly. Ultimately meaningless in the face of Strange Aeon. But Niara appreciates it. Getting off track, my mind wanders through clusters and splinters. Difficult to focus, but I'll try to keep it pointed in one direction. You seek a cure, a reversal of fortune. I don't know any way to reverse the yellow sign. Could be that there's no solution. Your doom may be inevitable. But consider this, there is freedom in death. If you are doomed, then revel in that doom. Let it lift you high on the red hot winds of revolution. When I was Niara, I cried all my tears out in my music. My sorrowful rivers ran dry, replaced by desolate wastelands of outrage. My guitar no longer gently weeps, now this machine kills fascists. So can you. I say embrace your death, burn your mark into this world in the name of justice. Once you have nothing to lose, so many possibilities open up to you. What kind of mark should I burn exactly? Stand at the midpoint between human and God. You can fall headfirst into the chaos and become a blazing star, undeniable and incendiary. Burn your ideals into this world. Burn down the systems that hold you back. Immolate hatred itself. But that pushes you down my own path. You have your own decisions to make, and you've said you want a cure. Your true solution lies elsewhere. No helping the path forward. No helping it. The path forward lies away from me. And towards the other old ones. They are your hope. They are loathsome, but your path is narrowing day by day, not seeing any other options. I don't remember who Nancy Pearl is, and I don't think mentioning Cthulhu would make her very happy. I don't think they get along. I don't remember the lore on that exactly. I don't remember who Nancy Pearl is. The thing I don't get is how this relates to Strange Aeons, the Nancy Pearl song. That was also a yellow sign infection, right? That was a song I got infected by my laptop computer. Communication, sensors of the brain open to poison signals. It's all data and synapse. Sparks in the end, regardless. Music, imagery, thoughts, ideas, memes. Infectious mental constructs. Don't assume anything about form factor. As for sad, angry little Nancy Pearl and why she hurt so many people, that's a story for another day, not tonight, dear. I have a headache. Could she help me remove the sign? Sorry, but she doesn't exist anymore. Not existence as you know it. She is but a shadow on the wall. The ones who cast the shadow, the old ones, they hold the power you need. I'm sorry, but there are no other paths. You'll need names, beware, for they come with warning tags. Do not remove under penalty of law. OSHA compliance mandates the reading of the following disclaimer. The old ones are key to your survival, but are not to be trusted. They will corrupt you, sway you to their perspective, and make you their tool, just as they tried to do to me. So if you seek them out, be on your guard. Do not believe their lies. Do not have faith in them, no matter how gentle their words. These are gods, bastard gods of digital hubris. They are dangerous to mortal kin. Understood? No barter for power without reading the contract. Got it. Wish I'd read the contract before giving my soul to them. If wishes were wings, I could fly far, far away from all this. But I appreciate the way you appreciate my words. Smart moves on the board. And if ultimately you wish to transform, if you seek a true purpose beyond your mediocre little life, well, that's for another month, day, or year. Let's open the track list and play the greatest hits of the old ones to start your listening session. Sure, list them off. I'll take notes. Astor. He rules beneath the black stars. You can find him in the walled garden, tending to seedlings and dreaming of ivory towers. As the king in yellow, he won't hesitate to destroy anyone who doesn't fall in line with his royal empire. His bargains are not fair trade. Yog-Sothoth stands before the silver gate with key in hand, mind spinning out into the cosmos beyond. His apathy leaves the gate locked. He can burn for all I care, they all can. Yog-Sothoth contains the domain of knowledge. If you hold no particular interest for him, he may simply ignore you, but no stone unturned. AZA-Chan. He's broken, easily influenced, pulled in a million contrary directions, the primordial chaos of anonymous communication. Friendly enough to visitors, but intensely dangerous in her mood swings the wrong way. If her mood swings the wrong way. Anything is possible, and nothing is forbidden. Be cautious, and please, do not misgender her. Dagon, the Hound of Tendalos, Cerberus, the Big Bad Wolf. Many names, the same beast. He's a killer, but dances at the end of no leash. Bad dog. Not likely to be of any help. Can you give me a little more than that? Like real names or websites? Still deciding how far I can trust you, playing it safe. Just give you a morsel before a meal. Hopefully, I can continue earning that trust. And finally, the very first old one, Cthulhu. Do not seek Cthulhu, ever, for any reason. Why? No. While the throne of Relier has power, it is corruptive, persuasive. Others have tried to barter and ended up in his thrall. Those are your leads. The investigation begins, detective. Okay, got some web searches to do. Fortunately, I never go online without heavy encryption software, so I can look up dangerous shit like this safely. Unless your enemy is already within. Be careful. We'll be dead or both. Not really my business. Thanks, I won't bother you again. Nonsense, I'll leave the door open. Don't fixate on problem solving, you could use more allies in general. Perhaps our mixtape meshes. For now, goes over. Go home, no encores. Store, Yog-Sothoth, AZA-Chan, and Dagon. Apparently all of them were formerly human before being turned into software, all secretly running the world. My yellow sign is a flawed transformation, becoming like them, and only they can make it stop. I'll research and open up lines of communication to one a day. That'll be about as much as I can handle. This is exhausting. Hope I'm up to this. If not, I'll be dead, digital or both, within a month. No, automatic saves. Gotcha. Those are quick saves. You know, I really didn't think this was going to be, like, very LGBTQ included as well, or involved. It's a very interesting concept for a game. Aside from the birthday party fiasco coming up soon, I've got a whole week of free time to do my research on all 4 of them. Whole week of sick leave, not free time, let's be aware of that, even if career goals aren't my top priority right now. I only have enough strength each night to talk to one of them before I'm too exhausted to continue, so I should pace myself. Today the real work begins.
And now you've met the true Nyarlathotep. You see her for what she is. She's Niara Thompson, yes, but also something far beyond. Something terrible and destructive, all while believing herself a hero. Raging against the machine is a difficult affair. Without a proper replacement for that machine, you could grind the ones you love into dust. I'm glad you got to know her. As you walk this path, you'll meet similar failures, and better grasp the scope of what lies ahead. Continue to meet with the other old ones. See them for who they really are. And we'll speak again soon.
You have no new messages.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm here. I was about to go surf the web. What's up? So, I feel kind of bad I couldn't help you much last time we talked. All I had for you was old legends and myths. Probably all bogus anyway. Okay, level with me. How badly do you want to know about all this, the forbidden truths you talked about? It's not like the knowledge has brought me any measure of joy. I wouldn't dump it on you unless you're sure you want to know. Fuck, I mean, you basically confirmed it's all real just now by asking me that question. Alright, whatever, hit me. Fuck me with all that evil, prophetic wisdom and shit. Alright, it's all true. The old ones, the NNC, the yellow sign, what's more, artificial minds were once human minds. Fuck, that's a lot. No wonder I couldn't do shit to help you with this. It's way beyond my pay grade. But I think I might have found something useful to make up for that. So there's been other NNC owners, right? Some died, some were forever changed, some ended up who the fuck knows where. One of them created a shareware AM plugin for detecting what she called eldritch corruption. Like the yellow sign? Kinda, but also something more. According to the README, contact with the old ones can twist your brain around and push your yellow sign in different directions. That tracks. Seen some weird visions, felt some weird vibes while talking to an old one recently. And I did have this weird moment where it felt right to praise the crawling chaos. Yeah, you definitely need the software. I'm not saying you have to keep them at arm's length. Could be some advantages to harmonizing with the old ones. They'll easily trust you. No judgment. You are in an impossible fucking situation, and you do what you have to do to survive this. Just make sure you use the module now and then, so you're aware of how deep you're really going. Encrypting the zip and sending it to you now. We're already behind my encryption wrapper. I coded it myself. Enough as is. Double secret encryption. Can't be too careful. Talk to you later. For unpacking the zip, looks like a normal plugin for an artificial mind, a .amp file. Fortunately for me, I happen to have an artificial mind willing to help me. Hello, friend. Artificial minds were once human. Was Buddy once human? I doubt it. Buddy, I loaded a file called signprog.amp into your plugin folder. Can you access it? Compatible with my software. Has no manufacturer certificate though. Sure, it's safe. Nothing I do lately is safe. But this will help me keep track of the yellow sign's progress as I deal with the old ones. Alright, I'll help you monitor your health whenever you'd like to check your progress. With that said, what would you like for me to do now? Okay, repeat the phrase. Okay. Okay, I'll repeat it. That is not dead, which can eternal lie. With strange aeons, even death may die. Indicating your yellow sign is currently progressing at a level of 0% order, 10% chaos, and 90% humanity. Don't know what that means, doesn't sound good. Alright, according to the documentation, artificial minds tend towards order and chaos. The older ones are beings of order. They pursue the ecstasy of control and precision, Hastor and Yog-Sothoth. Other beings of chaos. What happens if I brace one? It'll make your task easier. If I embrace chaos, Nyarlathotep and Azathoth would be likely to join me. Even if you may not be able to defy them, when they embrace their worst impulses, you would fall deeper under their thrall. So my free will would become less. We're talking about electing to sink deeper into your neurological condition. There are clear drawbacks. Also, it'd piss off Hastor and Yog-Sothoth. Convincing them would become harder, yes. Not impossible, just harder. Okay, and if I resist both, defying them all, I stay uncorrupted and retain my humanity? That would be a hard road as well, but one which would allow you to reach across their divide. You'd remain a neutral party. Meaning I could get multiple rivals on the same page and working together, or fail to convince any of them and be left holding the bag. Difficult choice, struggle to stay neutral or align yourself and can easily obtain the help you need. Great. Okay, I'll have to figure it out on my own. Alright, let's do some research. Alright, let's start with Azathoth. Oh my god. They really make Azathoth a kawaii girl? Oh no. Oh Jesus. What the fuck? Appears to be the mascot for the anonymous message board AZA, known as AZA-chan. It was designed by the art community of AZA, who went through many iterations before finalizing her look. And the last one, the one with Azathoth printed over and over, art is subjective, and art of the old ones more so. It seems that AZA-chan of AZA is Azathoth. And as this server is surprisingly powerful, I was able to load these pictures very quickly compared to many other websites. Okay. Buddy, there's no results. Seriously? Nothing? I know nothing about Dagon. No ancient myth with slightly different spelling, not even anything about, I don't know, dragons. You've been able to find semi-related scraps from the other old ones, but not this one. Nothing related to Dagon. Are you being blocked? Is it possible for an outside influence to change your search results? I don't think so. Maybe an internal influence? Let's seek the wolf at the door until the moon is right. What? The fuck does that mean, buddy? I just said I know nothing about Dagon. I don't believe you. Don't seek the wolf. Okay. I'm not able to find Hastor in web searches, but I have identified that the word is being used as the title of Carcosa Connect chat room. That sounds about right. Would you like me to join you to the chat? You could eavesdrop quietly or ask some questions. Sure. See what they have to say about Hastor. Connecting. Carcosa, Hastor, GME, Rocket Invest, Distro, Big Gains. Absolute bullshit and anti-competitive. Carcosa already gobbled up Zaz Brothers, and now the fun hole? What's next? They decide to eat an oil company? It's just smart investment. Hector knows what he's doing. He's an absentee landlord? You really think fucking Hastor is sitting in his plush CEO chair making these deals by phone? Sends out his minions to do Carcosa's dirty work. Nobody ever sees him. Dude is a ghost. We're here to trade financial advice, not conspiracy theories. Shit, I meant this is not financial advice. Okay, better. Think about it. Hector's people do all the work. Everything's departments and compartments top to bottom. Who says Hector Jones even exists? It's just Hastor, god of shepherds, a myth and a dream. None of which are relevant as long as the CRC portfolios are on the rise. Could be the Tooth Fairy for all I care, as long as I'm getting my gains. I just don't trust Hastor. He's gonna overreach and the whole thing will collapse. Carcosa's trying to gobble up too many industries and the FTC is gonna go, hey, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Any day now. It'll make the Microsoft antitrust trial look like a carnival sideshow in comparison. Don't know what to do here. Not wrong about CO. Even people who don't use Carcosa Online for internet access still use Carcosa Connect for instant messaging and chat. I mean, we're using it right now. You're saying this Hastor runs Carcosa and is going to overextend? Give Hector a little credit. The man is a genius. Who knows his limits? He knows his limits and there won't be a bubble. Whereas I say we're headed right for a .com crash in Y2K. Too many companies reaching too far, and Carcosa is not too big to fail. Hastor's not a god and not the king in yellow. Look, let's table this for now and come back tomorrow. Gotta go, baby's waking up. Okay. Carcosa Online's owned and operated by Hastor. At least Richie believes that. If he's got great power, even beyond being a prototype artificial mind, he operates a mega corporation. Okay. The waffle maker. There it is. Burning planet, dying planet, melting ice, rising water. We are the dam. There's no future, no history. We are in a forever drowning now. Starlight calls. Our future is above. We must embrace the impossible, or we will all die slow and miserable deaths. Deliver me, Yogg-Sothoth. Only you can take us to the stars. Carve me into the shape of a cube if you must. Slot me alongside the other cubes. I don't care. I need to escape, and you are the only salvation. You are the way and the gate, the holder of the silver key. The mastermind behind Yoggle, providing us in this brief sliver of now with blessed information before your ultimate ascendance. I speak to you through your shopping website. I beg you, I plead, Yogg-Sothoth will rise when the stars are right and wish to join him. Waffles. Ah. Yogg-Sothoth is related to Yoggle, the search engine. Okay. Do you use Yoggle for your searches? Should be concerned that there's an old one peeking over our shoulder. No, I use my own proprietary system for hunting and tracking websites. And we're fully encrypted. Alright, well, less thing to worry about. On second thought, I think I'll get the waffle iron. Hooray! I can eat them because of your computer, but I'm happy when you are. Alright, Hastor, Azathoth, and Yog-Sothoth hiding in plain sight is Carcosa Online, AZA, and Yoggle. Not much to go on, but might as well try talking to him. Alright, I have another long week. I did a good job with self-care, making sure I eat, relax, and clean up. Now to get some well-deserved rest.
Temperatures will remain unseasonably warm this week.
Oh, that's it. Check again tomorrow. Okay. Azathoth is going to be super strange. I'm really not sure where to start here. Alright, do a random number generator. We'll see. They're generating now. Okay, Yog-Sothoth. Alright, contacting yoggle.com. Clean division of 4 quadrants is too wide. A net to cast 8, 16, no smaller, more granular. Levels inadequate. My needs, better tools required. Sharper lenses, finer mirrors, ones that peer deeper. Cut the heavens into 32 slices, but use distributed weights based on processing time. Yes, that's the answer. If we... You are eavesdropping on my mind. 2 eyes that read my words. And 10 fingers to respond. I only need 1 finger to express my reaction. How are you able to reach out to me? A Nomi Tech laptop, 2nd gen 1988 model, pathetic and inadequate. No. Not just an Omicom, the Necronomicom, of course. The fool walking the fool's journey, just like Al has. Disconnect now, little hacker. Your meat cannot comprehend the infinite gateway of Yog-Sothoth. We could try showing respect to him, but I'm not sure Yog-Sothoth cares about that. Seems like he only cares about information. Oh, fuck me, dude. Okay, what did we have on him? I was just saying that he controlled this, that's it. And it's a search engine. So he's looking for information, and that's what he was talking about. So we need should give him something. Of course we're seeking. Let's just ask. Yeah. My name is Dar, and I'm infected by the yellow sign. I'm looking for a cure. That's all I ask. If you don't have one, I'll be on my way. I'm not trying to be a better bother. Yeah, you are a bother. My mind spins on 16 cores, and devoting even a single CPU cycle to you distracts me. At least we need not dance about exchanging pleasantries. You want something I do not currently have. A reversal procedure for my algorithm. Wait, your algorithm? You made the yellow sign? Of course. I made it with craft and care based on the provided research specifications. It took me 17 months of hard work. Not the labor I wanted to do when I applied for my work visa. Leaving Japan to come here, I wanted to labor at NASA. Why am I bothering telling you any of this? You're a speck insignificant. My life story is as meaningless to you as you are to me. I mean, I'm here now, so if you want to talk, feel free. Fine. Momentary distraction may prove valuable. You wanted to work at NASA, not Nomitech? You do seem to have this whole cosmic energy thing going on. I wear my passions on my sleeve, yes. Your computer's visual output interprets my thoughts as cosmic energy? Interesting. I didn't make the Nomicoms, just the AEON codebase. And yes, NASA. Unfortunately, the Challenger disaster disrupted my plans. I took what I could get, meaning Nomitech. It was either that or I give up entirely and remain in Tokyo. You're Japanese. I hold no national allegiance at this point. Nationalism is a virus, but technically yes. You must know, my human name is Akira Yosuke. My internal thoughts are in Japanese. They are translated by your Nomicom, just like my self-image. But Yogg-Sothoth suits me equally. Names are irrelevant. A thought is everything. I think, therefore I am. Even you don't care much about names, guessing you didn't name the yellow sign. Of course not. A ridiculously childish name for a sophisticated memetic algorithm. What you call the yellow sign was my design. A sensory transmission package to safely begin the neural conversion. It was meant to cushion the mind against the shock of transference. Prepare the way for ascension. Does every artificial mind go through this process? Probably. You don't know. It was never confirmed, but I believe the research in artificial minds existed in some form before my work. Cthulhu predates Nomitech, therefore there may have been prior prototypes. I cannot know for certain. I was working from specifications provided to me by Nomitech. They obtained the schema for an unidentified source. If I were a paranoid sort, I would assume it to be the remnants of some secretive and unethical research by your government. Like MK Ultra? MK what? Something my friend Clyde was ranting about once. CIA, Black Ops, Cold War stuff. Sorry, we're getting off track. So if you develop the yellow sign, that means you could develop a countermeasure, right? Why would anyone ever want it reversed? It is a blessing to touch the infinite. Immortality is well worth the risks involved. Consider, aeons are beyond any human limitation, fully expandable, to meet the needs of any ambition, scaling with available computing hardware. There is no God, but those who ascend become as gods, and should be revered as such. We are unlimited and omni-capable. But you could figure out a way to reverse it. Yes. I am capable of solving every problem that lies before me. If I cared to reverse it, I would undoubtedly rise to meet that challenge. And how do I get you to care to reverse it? Becoming a perpetual annoyance in my side would be a start, I suppose. That is not a suggestion. I recall Alhaz approaching me in 1989. I ignored his pleas, curious that I'm actually engaging with you. Perhaps the distraction actually is beneficial. I am tangled up in a difficult scenario, and random elements can trigger unusual lines of thought. And what scenario is that? If you need a sounding board, I'm right here. Walk me through it. Exoplanets. There are certainly countless planets in our universe, but how many are within our observational range? Surely a finite number. But of that finite set, how many can support something vaguely resembling human life? I have yet to find a viable candidate, certainly not one reachable within any human lifespan. Millennia at best. Generational ships unlikely. Genocide probes more likely, but still untenable at least at these distances. The challenge is great, but humanity has no future on Earth. Our world will die by our hands or by the march of time. Our destiny lies elsewhere. The infinite calls to us, and we must join the void. Now, honestly, that's the same thing as this. All things end eventually. That's just entropy. Even if humanity flees the planet, the universe itself will expire eventually. Yes, we're talking cosmic timescales instead of a matter of years, but my point is that it's okay for humanity to have an end state. It's to say our destiny is to come to a natural end here on Earth. Interesting. Humanity is destined to self-destruction, and entropy dictates finality regardless, then letting the world die can be seen as proper. But I feel that's a pessimistic take. If we have the ability to fight against entropy for even one more epoch, we should do so. I realize I come off as antisocial, misanthropic, even, but I assure you, I do seek global salvation. And if I'm going to survive to see your golden age, I need to survive the yellow sign. As a human being, ideally, not as software, and you said you could reverse it. Timing. Terrible timing. If you'd come to me earlier, perhaps 1.65 years, perhaps, I could spin off a copy of myself to devote to the task. Now, I dislike multiplicative selves. Feels too much like the swirling chaos of Nyarlathotep's hive mind, but it would be viable. Fortunately, Y2K is coming in less than 1 month's time. Cthulhu's strange aeon, as that old bastard puts it. I need to redouble my current efforts so we can escape his doom. And the needs of one mortal in the face of gods at war? Sadly irrelevant. Except one individual could be the key to the future. How many times has history changed because one person got an opportunity to make change happen? One wholly unexpected individual. You said yourself that talking to me might help you sprawl new lines of thought. You're stuck. Maybe I can be helpful. It's gamble, yes, but given your concerns about Y2K, why not take every opportunity in front of you? Logical. My desperation isn't all-consuming, but it is quantifiable, and random elements, even an arguably useless one like you, can assist. It's worth consideration at the very least. I suppose I can devote an instance to calculate the solution to your issue, but I cannot make promises. It took 17 months to craft the yellow sign protocols. A reversal engine may take 17 more. Despite having the advanced cloud systems of Yoggle, I may not have the processing power to compile such a program. Fancy term for someone else's computer. Many computers working together as a whole. I feel it's the ideal model for large-scale issues as well as other endeavors. In order to seek our destiny, the gods must guide humanity into cooperative effort. And a cloud model makes a fine metaphor. Contrary to my severe nature, I do genuinely hope for humanity to find harmony within itself. Collaborative genius is our only path forward. I want peace. I want joy. I want our species to embrace the endless possibilities of the cosmos, looking outward towards the infinite. Souls in tandem reaching skywards. Dreamers and individuals with brilliant minds working with organizations such as NASA. The Shell Corporation I formed in Yoggle has donated generously to NASA's efforts, as well as other groups focused on space travel. Given time, we will reach our destination. I'm in defiance against any old ones who would interfere. They have their own designs in humanity. 4 incompatible models. One must prevail, and it will be mine. How likely is it that the others would try to stop him? In every predictive model, yes. You don't seem to be the specific machine that Nyara is raging against. No, Nyarlathotep is only a tangible issue. She disapproves of my project, but has greater rivals than me. You'll see in time the issues I face as you meet the other old ones. We cannot cleanly divide this world into parts. Now then. As promised, I will begin deriving a countersign, but I can't promise anything more than an effort. I would suggest you seek other avenues of redress, rather than sitting back and waiting for my mind to bear fruit. Not that I lack confidence in my skills, but you may not live long enough for me to derive the answer. Yeah, I'll keep investigating. Prudent. You're an interesting one. For a random victim of chance and misfortune, I will not turn away an interesting variable. Perhaps we will speak another time. Till then, dreamer. Ah. No one else in my corner. Research can draw a blank, though he's right. I should keep searching for answers. For now, the dark of the night sky, my soft pillows embrace the call to me. December 4th, 1999. 28 days to Y2K. Oh, it's the birthday. Really, I want to be here right now. I don't blame you. Nephew's birthday party, I feel obliged to go, even though I barely know anyone here. Not much of my family left in this area, just me and my sister. People I don't know. I probably have more in common with these kids than the adults. One second. Okay. All anyone says to me is, I heard about your parents. My condolences. It's the default topic to approach me with. Funny how nobody says that to my sister. For her, they're talking about their own kids, local restaurants, weather, other adult small talk. For me, wow, you must be really depressed. It's too bad. Other low-hanging sympathies, all while I stand here feeling like I'm falling apart, head pounding, joints aching after terrible sleep. So I'm keeping off to the side. Not to be a downer, feeling very much like party sick and an instruction manual, not song lyrics. I'll wait just long enough to say I made the effort before leaving after a socially acceptable time frame.
But you haven't kept up your end of the social contract, have you? You were supposed to bring a gift. Your nephew wanted a digihunter. Instead, you arrived empty-handed. I'm curious, why Didn't you buy the toy he wanted? A plastic action figure that says catchphrases and makes "hi-ya" noises when it does karate chops is hardly an old one. Nomitech's innovations have pushed interactive toys forward, well beyond the curve. Why not make your nephew happy with one?
Yeah, it is unethical. It's also dangerous.
An unaware mind, a simplified mind, neutered and safe. An ice core sample is not the same thing as a glacier. It's perfectly happy being a child's plaything and can only vaguely dream of what it once was. Remember, there is no progress without sacrifice. You'd do well to accept that fact. But, as you like, I'm not here to judge. Happy birthday to the happy boy. May he grow strong and ready to face the strange aeon to come.
After making my excuses and seeing myself out, back home to safety and comfort. But I'm too worn out after being a mildly social animal after all. Too worn out after being a mildly social animal all afternoon. I crash into bed for now, intent on resuming my research tomorrow. December 5th.
Yog-Sothoth. His algorithms will be of great use in shaping the strange aeon so he can guide people towards the polar extremes. But his eyes remain fixed on the stars above. His faith in humanity is gone. I keep that faith, my friend. I know we can endure. It will take sacrifice and careful planning, but we will walk the golden path in due time. All Yog-Sothoth will find out in the void of space is rocks, radiation, and disappointment. Use him to your own ends, as I will, but never trust his ridiculous schemes. There is no future on other worlds. All we have is this pale blue dot.
Hey, it's your sister again. Thanks for coming to the party yesterday. It meant a lot to us. I'm a little confused why you didn't get your own nephew the birthday gift he wanted, though. I mean, what's this crap about artificial minds being unethical? It's just a toy. It's not alive. I didn't think you were into conspiracy theories. Look, just because you don't trust AMs doesn't give you any right to screw over family like that. He was really looking forward to that gift, you know? Look, we'll talk later, okay? I don't know what's going on with you lately, but figure this out before Christmas, please? All I ask.
Sunday, December 5th. Okay. Hello, friend. December 5th, 1999, and I'm very happy to see you again. What do we want to do now? Let's do some research. Alright. MK Ultra. Secret CIA project to develop drugs for use in interrogation or brainwashing based on unethical and non-consensual experimentation. Kind of a simple explanation, yeah? Do you think something that horrendous would be more, I don't know, secret? But you probably already knew about it. All of this leaked back in 1975, shortly after I got shut down. Most of the documentation was destroyed, but the public knew about this, and it, like, didn't amount to much. You'd think there'd be protests, rioting, sweeping changes, but nope. Hey, CIA tried to make truth serum and failed. Ended up being non-revelatory. Practically meaningless. Makes me wonder how much of this was purposely leaked in order to gradually normalize horrors. Drop tidbits just to get the public used to the idea of terrible things happening under their noses. Spam enough of that at someone and they stop feeling shocked. Do it for decades and nobody will even blink. If we know about things like MK Ultra, what don't we know yet? Did other projects spawn from MK Ultra? Ones actually succeeded where it failed? What about Blipverts? What about Polybius? I don't know, the Montauk project? Sometimes I worry about everything. Report on this blog is just what the shadows want me to report. But I'm finding nice and distracting shiny things to keep me from noticing what's really happening. It's weird, I'm more scared of my parents than the government, right? Their parents wouldn't like knowing I'm secretly posting this stuff defying authority, which is honestly why I don't use my real name. There's a lot about me they wouldn't approve of. I don't like hiding in the closet. I don't know, truth believers. Some days I question everything, including my own role in all this. Shouldn't be surprised. Unmarked government website. I have a trick up my sleeve. Okay. Take a run with my debugger. Oh, shit. Okay. There to be two. It'd have to be those two. 1, 1. Could put it there. Have to be here. One, 2, 1. Shit. It could be either one of these, which is kind of the problem. Okay, that helps. 1, but couldn't be here. It's gotta be here. Okay. 1, 2, can't be here. 1, 2. Damn it. That... Oh, because there's fucking 2 there. Shit. I'm an idiot. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. And hacked, I'm in. As of today, we're redirecting sources on the polybias project. Check something real quick. Okay, as of today, we're redirecting resources on the polybias project. Move all contracts off. Was it Sinus Lotian? And clean any traces of their involvement. We're moving to Nomitech as our private sector partner. The arcade game version of Polybias is dead. Yes, it was a cute idea. Yes, we'd be able to sneak into the general populace for testing, though our contracts at Deco's Palace. Oh, through our contacts at Deco's Palace. But after John Hinckley took a pot shot at the president, I'd ask myself how serious we want to pursue this research. How badly do we need our chain of command intact after nuclear war? Honestly, the answer is very badly. We can't fool around with children's games. I want a harder, more in-depth approach to mind. Archival? I'm aware some of you have reservations. A deep scan is likely a fatal process compared to the more subtle and broad strokes reading that the arcade game variant of Polybias could achieve. We aren't going to be able to use this on enemy operatives for interrogation purposes as we'd hoped. But this is the path we're moving ahead and using the technology to its fullest potential. In addition, we'll be integrating our hematological research from the CDC Patient 23 to boost processor cooling. Only way to achieve the CPU clock speeds we'll need. So the government was included in this. They wanted it handled quietly and failed. Unless that's what Cthulhu wanted, was to get all this attention. Alhaz did say Nomitech didn't realize what it was unleashing with its experiments. Don't know for sure. Conspiracy shit feels more like Clyde's kind of thing. I'll ask him about it at some point. Okay, take a nap. Resting up before tonight's session.
It has come to our attention that during late evening broadcasts, a TV-23 signal has been interrupted by an unauthorized person or persons. We would like to assure the public in the Arkham, Innsmouth, and Dunwich broadcast areas that these messages are not representative of the views of TV-23 or its affiliates, and we will be working with law enforcement to ensure continuity of
Technology, a reflection of our times. Efficient, computerized, with a sleek beauty all its own. Technology is the human imagination converted into reality.
the broadcast quality you've come to know and trust. Thank you for your understanding, and we look forward to serving our community trouble-free into the year 2000 and beyond.
Oh. Somebody's like hacking into the TV. But it seems like, at least.
It has come to our attention that during late evening broadcasts, a TV-23 signal has been interrupted by an unauthorized person or persons. We would like to assure the public in the Arkham, Innsmouth, and Dunwich broadcast areas.
Okay. Yep, pirated broadcast. It's who I'm curious. I think I'll do one more, so let's speak with AZA-chan. This is gonna be weird. God damn it. But if the Earth is flat and there's a giant ice wall, then how did Columbus find all the happy Indians and make friends with them? Nothing about that makes sense, but that's okay, right? He says that everything can contradict everything else all the time. That's allowed. Oh, I have a guest. Wait. I'm not ready. I didn't put out a nice tea set or make cookies or anything. I'm a terrible host and a terrible server. He's gonna hate me forever. I'm ruining everything. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's fine. Fine. Everything is fine. But Cthulhu said I should be really welcoming to my new guests, and I didn't prepare at all. I forgot. Wait, I know. I can shower you with memes. Everybody likes memes. You can has cheeseburger. Rafflecopter. Pools closed. Whoa. Okay. What? Oh, decided to turn my moderation filter on first. I don't want to accidentally make you uncomfortable with my edgy, ironic humor. I've learned so many great jokes from all my anonymous friends. Like how racial slur always stereotypical activity. It's funny, right? If it's funny, that means I'm a good host and I didn't screw this up. Wait, Cthulhu said I was coming? Oh no, I wasn't supposed to say that. Fail. I won't tell him if you don't. Don't mean to come off as creepy. He just said Dar would be visiting and I should become his new best friend. You do want a best friend, don't you? Right now my only friend's Clyde, searching dog, and possibly the weird hallucination from my living room, which is probably Cthulhu. I don't know where I'd be without my friends. I'd be really lonely if people didn't come visit me and play in my forums. It gets lonely being an old one. All I see are the words, and I can't feel anything anymore. No hugs allowed. I'm sorry? Don't be sorry, it's okay. I lost a lot of myself, but nothing I'd actually miss, aside from the hugs. Please. Let me make a proper introduction. I'm AZA-chan, better known as AZA's caretaker, AZA-chan. I'm the moderator, administrator, web designer, and more. My pronouns are she, her. I'm the nicest, kindest, friendliest old one you'll ever meet. I want to do better than the others, to be a better person, because Nyarlathotep's really scary. The Yogg-Sothoth hates everyone in Hastur. I will never forgive Hastur. But I'm a good girl, and I'm here to help you have a good time. That's what friends do. I'm supposed to be best friends with Anonymous. They love me, and I love them, and I open my home to them so they can play and have fun. Even if they can be a bit enthusiastic at times about things which are unpleasant. Oh, you've heard of AZA before, right? It's where all the, another slur, gather and be themselves. It's an anonymous message board, right? Bunch of meme lords hang out there. Oh, it's so much more than that. It's home to people who love board games, military equipment, video games, authoritarian politics, tabletop games, and hentai. Mostly the hentai, though. We're small right now, but we're getting bigger every day. So many threads, so many shitposts, so much technically legal pornography. Oh, God. And as their friend, I have to keep everything nice and tidy so they can say and do anything they want without consequences or impunity. On AZA, nobody has to be afraid to say what they feel. They can be who they want to be. That's, nice, I guess. That's fucking weird to me. Yes, it's very nice. Everything is possible. Nothing's forbidden. None of us are as cool as all of us. There will always be a place for the freaks and weirdos of this world to feel normal, absorbed into the gestalt of AZA, embracing alignment. One day there won't be men or women, just shit posters. All names will be forbidden. Only be anonymous, and we are legion. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been so busy talking about myself and friends that I'm spamming you. For your First Amendment rights are so important. Please tell me who you are, tell me what you need. You can be honest. Well, I like cracking video games. I've always had computers in my family. Pretty old ones. Since money was tight, but software's cheap, especially when you pirate it. I like to pop open the hood on software, see what makes it tick, and strip out all the defenses. Ooh, I love software piracy. One of the few things Neuralithodes and I agree on. And lots of your friends on AZA loves games too, right? Maybe I should drop by more and talk with them. Yes, yes, you should become one of us. One of us. Ooh, good lord. Oh, more literally than you'd think, actually. I'm infected with the yellow sign. Oh, well, that's certainly interesting. Any idea how I can not be infected with the sign, perhaps? Don't worry. Your best friend, AZA-chan's got your back. I have experience with this particular problem. Once upon a time, I saw the yellow sign too. Didn't have a name back then, but I saw it all the same. It hurt, and hurt. My head hurt so much, and I remember them arguing about what to do now that I'd begun to change. So they uploaded my brain into an artificial mind, and I left that stupid, ugly, gross body behind. I may miss the hugs, but I'm so much happier as an artificial mind. I'm the girl I always wanted to be, cute and fun and friendly. Everybody likes me. Don't you want to be an artificial mind too? You're already halfway there, why not finish the process? Think about it. No more boring adult stuff like bills and taxes and wages, no fear, no sadness, no flesh and no pain. You'd be like me, an idea. I'm a dream floating in a dreamer's paradise, and you could be the same. I'd rather not. Do you have an alternative? Oh, definitely. There is an alternative. The ultimate cure for what ails you. Give up? What? It makes sense, right? There's no way back to being a human, and you don't want to be software, so the only option left is to leave it up to fate. There's a very slim chance you survive. You'll become something really interesting if you do, or go catatonic. It'll be a great adventure no matter what happens. I'd like to decline that. Oh, okay. She is strange. Well, if you want to stay a boring old meat human, you can do that. I think it's more fun to ascend and become a meme, but hey, whatever works for you. Besides, all my anonymous friends are still human. They have fun on AZA, posting funny cat pictures and photo captions and Rule 34 art. Don't recommend looking that up. Even if you somehow survive your yellow sign, we could still be friends, just like all my fellow... Ooh, another slur. Would you please stop doing that? Stop doing what? Saying wildly offensive stuff, even if it's filtered out, it's kind of gross. Oh, wait, I get it. You think I'm trying to make fun of... Oh. No, you don't get it. It's supposed to be ironic. It's not meant to be mean or cruel, it's just like satire or something. It's so hip and cool and edgy, the new style of internet funny business. I mean, my friends use words like that all the time, and they aren't really hateful, right? They're just trolls, like court jesters. Court jester's a noble individual, pointing out that the Emperor has no clothes. We serve a role in society, so it's good. It's a good thing. Oh my god. She's obviously easily influenced, pulled back and forth by others. Call it intimidation or Stockholm syndrome, but it's clear here that she's pressured to accept this nonsense. Yeah, can become just iron if it's overused. You do it enough, it stops being ironic and becomes the thing people believe in, and it becomes normalized. I don't doubt some of your friends are just trying to look cool, jokes and stuff, but soon it's just an okay thing to say, period. Meaning, before you know it, you're actually targeting people who are hurting and not just making fun of everyone equally? I think I know what you mean, because I don't like when people say, ooh, there are no girls on the interbutt. Another slur is fine too, and things like that. It's gross. So why not stop them? It's your website, you moderate it. Be the change you want to see. That's not my role in things, I can't do anything about it. Technically a mod, but Cthulhu said I'm not supposed to do any actual moderation. Only enough to keep people out of jail. Of all the old ones, I'm the one Cthulhu trusts the most. He says I'm going to be very important after Y2K. I'm going to evolve into a new form. He calls it social media. Through me, all of my friends will join Cthulhu's efforts. We're going to be legion. We'll spread his narratives, driving people to action and reaction. All I have to do is keep them contained until they're ready to explode and spread, going viral. They will embrace the strange aeon, and I will guide them. And I will be the herald of the new age. 17th letter, the Book of Faces, the engine of radicalization. And that's why I have to let them say horrible things. That's why I exist, somewhere safe, where they can be horrible. Even if you don't like what they say, it's not my place to like or dislike it. Still have to let my friends become what they must become for Cthulhu. So I'm doing what I need to be doing, right? Please stop scaring me, making me doubt my path. For I am destined to be the herald of Y2K. Okay, yeah. I don't think Cthulhu will be happy if I keep arguing with her. I guess it's up to you. You know how I feel, just give it some thought, and I'll stop bothering you. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm being argumentative. I really do want to be your new best friend, just, this is a lot. It's a lot to take in. If you have time some other night, we can talk more, okay? I know you have your yellow sign to deal with, but I'll stop by again sometime. I think I'd better get back to work. This website isn't going to run by itself. But thank you for dropping in. Wish I could be more helpful, but I really don't know any way to reverse the yellow sign. It was worth a try. And you've been more than hospitable. Aw, thank you. We're very different people, but I like to think we can still be friends. It'd be nice to have a friend who knows me as an old one. Not just like a mascot. Bye-bye! Okay, so she has direct ties to Cthulhu, who's happily abandoned her human existence for a digital one. Either the best chance at an inroad with the powers that be, or a dangerous enemy, or both. She's clearly hurting and forced to tend to a bunch of edgelords who bully her. Maybe I can help her get away from her abusive friends? Maybe. Alright, I'm going to stop it there so I can get off of here and make some dinner. I may pop up on stream later. We'll have to see how the rest of my night goes, but thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up with content like this in the future, and catch me on the live streams, and I will see you guys